Hello friends, my name is Old Man Cloud. I upload daily Bazaar gameplay videos to my YouTube channel. Hopefully my final run before finally hitting Legend in this season. It's been a long climb, but I'm so close. I think there's 3 days left in the season, so there's plenty of time, but it will definitely be a relief to get over the line. Have played most of the way as Weapons Vanessa, and I'd say maybe like 25% as Pig. I actually have a significantly higher win rate with Pig than Vanessa this season, but I think owing to the fact that Vanessa's runs just go so much quicker, I'm still better off playing as Vanessa rather than Pig. So hopefully this will be my last run before hitting Legend, but we'll see how I go. Also don't want to build up hitting Legend like it's this huge achievement, but it's just a nice thing to tick off as we go into the new season, and then see what the new season of the Bazaar brings. I saw that Crip released some new item reviews on his YouTube channel for anyone who wants to check that out. I prefer kind of being a little bit surprised and learning the new items as I play them, but it's not a huge deal, obviously. Nothing good going on here. Do we take the toy for... Don't have toy or friend, it's just an expensive toy. I think I'll wait to get the XP later on, try to get some weapons together at least. Ish. Rough first day here. Very rough first day.
Sad to say goodbye.
Just really hoping I can get like a very straightforward, simple run together to cruise my way to Legend, but it's not looking like it's happening at the moment anyway, at this very early stage. Apologies if my voice is a little croaky or anything, just got a little bit of a cold at the moment. Even with... I think we win this, because we certainly, even having run out of steam, we damage them faster than they're healing, and we have a little bit of regen to help us in the storm. They got the belt very, very early. They must have got that from the medium item event, I think. Super strong start with the belt there, but we still take it. So that buys us a bit of extra time to try to put our board together in a more coherent way, which is a polite way of saying not terrible. These are awful options. I think it's a bit too early to look to transform the hand axe. We'll hold on to it for the time being. Just going to take a little bit of econ.
Full sail, my boy.
Looking for strength, left-handed or right-handed, you know the drill. Never lucky.
You picked that up quickly. Maybe I'm getting better at this.
It's really not coming together here at all. Yeesh. Alright, you're definitely coming onto the board, so we need to make up 3. You're gone, and you're gone.
If it's not,
You're an investment in our future. You're not very good now, but you will be good in the future. So how do we go against the rogue scrapper? I think we do okay. Even though the board looks terrible and is of course terrible, we get in 200 damage with the double barrel, and that's assuming no crits. And then we just rely on the axe to hopefully finish the job as we slowly regen. And we hopefully maybe get a couple of crits. We might need a couple of crits actually. This might be a throw. I have regrets. I have significant regrets. Get me out of here, brother. Crit. Crit one time, crit, one time, no, no. Oh no.
My ship.
Yeah.
My failure.
That's a concede type situation here. Pickles is a toy at least, but it doesn't matter because we can't get to level 3 today anyway. Ah, the stash gaslit me into thinking I had an extra item. I think we need to buy a revolver, which means we can't afford you. I honestly thought we'd be okay. Oh, we get a chance to go again. Okay. Potential way of getting the run a little bit back on the line here. And would love to see the cutlass. I mean, the silver figurehead is certainly helping out. We just need the weapons to support it. A bit of econ could be worse. We don't hit level 3 today, but we're up against Vanessa who also hasn't hit level 3 today. And they use the number 3 as the letter E in their name, which means they're at an immediate disadvantage. I think we should be okay here. Jeez, we hit hard. Right off the bat. Oh no. I forgot about Life Preserver.
You move in straight line.
Fair enough, brother. That's a lot of burn. But I still feel like we're kind of potential to get back on the line. We just need some cheap, small weapons.
A friend. I mean, a cousin. So, how about this weather where...
That'll do for now. I mean, it's something. It's something at least. Sure. We'd love to see another fight here. Yeah, that's a good get.
Like the desert sun.
Customary sip for my coffee.
The Bazaar has not
I think the plan is keep hand axe as is for maybe like 5 or 6 days total, and then look to transform it. The weapon starts to fall off a fair bit after then, but early on it's certainly a good option. And I mean, famous. I screwed up before, but I'm pretty sure we can win this fight now. The figurehead works so nicely with this build. It's just a shame we didn't have the weapons needed to support it early on, and that we whiffed on our skill as well.
Seeing sparks here.
Rigged would make it all up though. Riggedy diggity do. Never lucky. Force fields. Don't think there's any way we can make that work, unfortunately. Not really interested in health or shield. Just take some HP. Health or shield items, I should say. I mean, it may... the cursed chocolate bar. This game, man. A number of bugs. I think I'll take skill over upgrade.
You're probably too skilled for my humble abilities.
Rough. I think I'll take another 4%
You might
crit.
prefer Argenta's training.
2 whiffs on...
Amazing.
2 whiffs on skills definitely hurts a lot
If I
with
don't
this
have
build.
what you need, I'll help you find who does.
Sure.
Oh, I think you're really
Sure.
gonna enjoy that.
We burn a little bit, I suppose. This is more like it. Now we're talking. We upgrade you, and I think because it's silver,
It's weird.
we get Langjon out here. In which case, you're gone. You had a temporary, a very short-lived, a very short-lived moment on the team. But yeah, at silver, there's still a chance of getting Langjon here, and I think we have to exit to the menu here, just in case we lose by 5 HP or whatever it is. They gotta fix the servers, man. They're so bad. The server issues are gonna kill this game. They really gotta fix them. Not that that was a server issue. That was
Go
more...
ahead.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know why that bug
Makes this
happens.
more fun.
Um,
My fight isn't
But
with
certainly
you.
the terms of the disconnects they really need to fix. What are we doing here? weird build on the other side of the board. They're kind of trying to do two things at once. There's half an aquatic board and half a single weapon board almost. That tends not to work too well in the Bazaar, so I'll certainly take that win. Langjon scales. Just give me a simple, straightforward weapons win, brother. I will happily take it as a way of getting to Legend, and then I can do whatever I want in the last few days without having to worry about climbing. What would I upgrade? I think I will add damage to double barrel. It's hitting really, really hard already. Potential to reload it. And without much money, let's just take the golden weapon. Sure, I'd rather play that over pop snappers. We've got potential making of an ammo build almost here. At the moment, it's Figurehead doing all the work. We'd go you if we want a potential one weapon pivot with Crow's Nest. Just had a feeling of my mic being on mute this whole time. It should be very unfortunate, but I think it should be fine. Pretty sure I can take the Prince, even though he's kind of nasty. I hope we're going to be okay. Okay, that may have been an important crit, but I think even without that we're okay. Piranha, not the worst get in the world. Now we really need a good skill. Okay, we got a good skill. Definitely take that and put you on our double barrel.
But it's beautiful.
And we probably play Piranha over Grenade, I'd say. We're still getting the crit chance. Lots of crit chance actually on the Piranha. And the single hitting Grenade isn't doing too much for us now. So this board, suddenly we're looking like quite a good weapon spam build now. Took us a while to get it together, but we got it together. Now Shark Claws has to make the team, right? At bronze though, certainly we buy it.
Stillness. I prefer action.
You're a good lad.
Stories. Then come
Obsidian
back.
Calico. Double obsidian board. It's kind of cool. That means Rock is not making the squad because it's never going to be the single friend. So if we were to play Shark Claws, it would probably be in place of Langjon, I think. Anything else is just a bit too greedy. So I think for the time being, I keep Shark Claws in the bag with a mind to upgrading it before getting on the board, I think. For the time being, what we're doing here is pretty good. And I'm not interested in transforming either of our obsidians quite yet. That's an interesting item as well. Gets the build off the board a lot quicker. Yeah, very interesting. Langjon probably doesn't super fit with the board, but for the time being it does. Playing Langjon keeps our options open.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squander.
And has that bit of extra oomph to hopefully finish the job. Up against a winless dually, but a dually that got rush, which is a very strong skill, especially with Battley stuck. But I think we should be fine here. Calico hits super hard. Maybe we don't need Shark Claws. It's probably only going off once. Maybe for the time being at least, what we're doing here is fine. The holsters are another question. The holsters are really nice for what we're doing. Not interested in the narwhal. Me when I'm a non-cringe Redditor. If such a thing exists. No, sorry. I can't really afford gold items, I don't think. Just take a weapon. That's an interesting item. Can we get Magic Carpet to work as Vanessa? I don't think so. Having lost the rock, we have very low crit chance. If we still had the pet rock, maybe. Just take this option for the XP and the potential Petrifying Gaze skill. Yeah, if we still had pet rock, or if we had another way of giving ourselves crit chance, Magic Carpet is a really, really strong item in the mid game. Could definitely get it to work. Don't think it quite fits what we're doing. And the position remains that playing Lane John just keeps our options open while it keeps scaling. So I'm inclined to keep Lang John on the board.
Take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
I think we're at the point where I'll take loot. That's not a good one. Wouldn't mind seeing B1, B2 for the Calico upgrade. We have some mediums.
I have what you need. If it's not right,
Gotta try. Always gotta try. Crypto, I'm afraid. Um... Repeater is interesting, I just don't think it's good enough. Don't think it's good enough. Gotta go digging.
Like a hardy one. Need some work.
I mean, a DJ robot build with Vanessa is a cool idea and could maybe work. Could maybe work, but I don't think with what we're doing here. Beast of Burden, Vanessa. Turbo Lighthouse is a cool item. Really cool item here, but really just doesn't fit with what we're doing. Neither does Dishwasher. Give ourselves one more roll. Shiny... No, not shiny, sorry. Shielded Gold Grenade is pretty good.
Who were the people?
So I think if we're playing our purely... What are you, Mac? You're a 3-win, 1-loss Mac. But it looks like you lost later than we did. If we're playing the purely best build, I think it's probably this. I think this is our strongest build we can put together. Except, yeah, this is the strongest build. Except it means not playing Lang John, which means not scaling Lang John. But I think this is still better. I think let's forsake the scaling on Lang John. Keep it in the bag. I want to make sure we're winning, because part of Weapons Vanessa is needing to win really early.
To learn the lesson.
Holster's such a good item, getting off the ground early like that. Got to get over the hump here, but with the double barrel, oh, it's going to be tight. The regen's coming through. Calico? Good job. Good job, guys. Don't know whether we would have won that still with Lang Zhong, quite possibly, but main thing is we got the win. And now we can bring Lang Zhong back onto the board. For the AI fight, you can go. Probably instead of Piranha and Holsters like this. And we probably hold on to Piranhas and Holsters. I think Magic Carpet is not making onto the board. And Shark Claws really needs an upgrade before we start looking at it.
First, Profit 10.
I wonder if at what point you're just better off selling your bronze and hoping to go straight into the silver. It might even be now. Especially because a B1, B2 upgrade I want to spend on the Calico.
As a GSM and Master Merchant, I can...
Star chart for the event. It's an expensive one though. Don't think so. Okay. Lang Zhong making a strong case for its continual place on the board.
Thanks.
Not going to be a one-weapon pivot. At least we're not losing ranks now. Can we take on the Infernal? I'm inclined to say yes. Inclined to say yes. Losing would be really bad though, especially with Lang Zhong. But we hit so hard. You gotta try. You gotta live a little. It's a lot of HP. Maybe I should have looked up how much HP before doing this. The shield from the grenade will actually help us a little bit here. Because it diminishes the effectiveness of the early burn. Come on! Come on, Calico! Save me, cat! You stupid cat! Oh, we just get there. Whew. Okay, that's a relief. I'm I mean, it's such a cool skill. I'm going to take it, even though it doesn't do anything with our build at the moment. And this is the easiest upgrade of my life.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
And as great as the weapons vendor is, the possibility of another fight, especially with a gold Lang John, is just too much to pass up. Potential pivot into square Vanessa here, if we can get the crook. We've certainly got the build for it. It would be a shame to lose the obsidian items, is all. No such luck, but at least it means we don't have to think about it. The grenade hitting once, how much do we care about this? The shield is a bit of survivability as well. I think the grenade deserves its spot on the board for the time being. Temporary boost, I think, is just really good for us. So can MO items though. Let's take a look at MO items.
Be the fastest shot.
So you get an upgrade.
Go out at night round here, even with this on you.
Nothing here.
Ride that tide!
Weapon skills, yes please.
It is my joy to make
4 damage for each weapon we have, which is at the moment 6, so 24 versus 10, yeah, much better. Great skill.
Today you have become slightly less weak.
Alright, this could be the run. This could be the legend run.
My share of storms. Go ahead.
Be a shame for it to be a relatively boring weapons Vanessa run, but we'll see. We'll see. At the moment I'll just take anything I can get. I feel like we match up fine against this. I've got a bit of sustain in the seaweed and pearl, but nowhere near enough to deal with what we're putting out. So Lang John is getting up there, even though we took it off for that one day, which may have been a mistake or may have been genius. One of the two. Still getting up there. Would have loved an extra fight, of course, but can't complain about the luck we've had. Do we now look at transforming one of our obsidian items? I don't think so. They're still pulling their weight. Like I said though, the axe definitely falling off. It's a slow weapon, and 9 damage across the board is not massive. But then the risk of transforming into something that's not a weapon at all, and kind of wishing we had it back. But there are some high roll options. Maybe we should look to transform the axe. I think the cat's here to stay. Even without the upgrade, it's doing good work for us. And would like to find a way to give 1 or 2 extra ammo to the double barrel. I don't think it needs any more than that. But it would be nice to have that 1 extra shot.
It's over
And of course, some type of burn enchant would be amazing. Bit of defense is fine. This event just is really bad, isn't it? I think it needs a buff. Just trying to think of whether we'd use it for anything. Maybe the crit chance, but I really don't want to give up any health.
I want what's right for you.
Such a cool item, but doesn't work with our build in the slightest.
Now this is how you win the war.
So yes, we'll definitely take the gunpowder to give an extra ammo to double barrel. That's probably enough, really. I don't think we need to worry about it going off 4 times.
How do you hugelings use these
Silencer to put in the bag. No, it's really not heading in that direction at all. This is weapon spam or nothing.
things? Okay, now
Gold
let's
holsters,
something
or gold holster
huge.
singular. Still could make a case for playing these 2 over Lang John, I think. Maybe could make a case for this even. But then you really want holster to be hasting more items than just 3. I think we stick to this. Against a Mac that's having a bit of a hard time.
We're out to dethrone a king. Not
You love to see it.
squabble with nobodies.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer?
Probably famous last words. This looks like a very, very heavy poison regen build. 43 regen off the bat hurts a fair bit as well. Why are you having so much trouble, brother? Oh, maybe this is why.
Change begins.
Even with the regen it has a hard time against weapon spam Vanessa, which is very much the meta build at the moment. I need to get some interesting items so that I can put it on the thumbnail and title the run, at least, if it is just destined to be a weapon spammy Vanessa run. Even without a huge amount of money, Gumballs is pretty good for us because our board is so set. You usually only want to take Gumballs when your board is very set. Temporary boost is just so good for us. And we continue pushing on against the hardest enemies that we can fight at this point. Get an enchant here. Could be an enchant that goes well on Lang Zhong. More likely it's going to find its way into the double barrel, I think, especially having upgraded its ammo.
Protection systems disabled.
You're interesting. You're certainly interesting. We'll see how you look on the board, brother.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Shield I don't care about. How do you look next to Calico? 3 times every 5 seconds is pretty good. That really is pretty good. Pew pew pew! We don't scale you, so it is hitting for 300 every 5 seconds. You make Steel Storm slightly worse. Or maybe we could even play you like this. Instead of this. Revolver hitting for 140 every 4 seconds, so it's way better than that. You miss out on the grenade. I think it's worth it, to be honest. I think this looks pretty good to me. Plus it gives us an item to put on the thumbnail. Pulse Rifle Vanessa. You don't see that too often, but yeah, this seems good to me. Enchant an item. Do we want to enchant the Pulse Rifle now? Interesting. Every 4 seconds, every 5 seconds, but triple cast compared to double cast. Yeah, let's enchant it. Let's enchant the Pulse Rifle, brother. Sure. Bit of poison. Not what we wanted, but could be worse. I feel like this is actually pretty good.
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more.
Nothing here I'm interested in.
Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
We still want... Actually, we probably want left-handed on you now. Run it something like this. Yeah, this seems good to me. And let's take... Losing the shield from the grenade is a bit of a pain, just because of the survivability, but I think it's worth it for our cool pulse rifle.
Old saying round here, an empty gun is an empty wallet.
Alright, up against Vanessa. Luckily they haven't hit level 10, so that should give us a pretty big advantage.
You should know.
Let's see how our pulse rifle does. Slow Vanessa. Very slow Vanessa. But I still feel like we go okay against this. Yeah, the pulse rifle hits really hard, especially with the poison. Look at that poison on them. Pew pew pew!
Does not defeat
We're a pew pew Vanessa now. Vanessa's upgraded her arsenal, starting out with like spear and ending up with a toxic pulse rifle. Temporary boost is just so good for us. At this point I'm going to take it whenever it's offered pretty much, even over the weapons vendor. It has to be a fight, especially with Lang Zhong. Pretty sure I can take the Death Knight. Has some good skills for us as well, I think. Cloak would be an interesting one. I don't think quite would fit on the board. Pretty sure we win. The freeze to Lang Zhong may have cost us actually, unless we can get in here. Oh, it's going to be so tight. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, they froze the Lang Zhong again, you piece! I think if they didn't freeze it the first time then, I think we win. The second time probably didn't matter. That one really hurts, even though it was a free fight. Really wanted to win that. You have some good skills for us. But I'll just take the XP, I think. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It feels like we got a bit unlucky there, but oh well. Pew pew pew! Would love to get the crit up on Lang John. Only 10% at the moment. So having said our obsidian items fall out of favour pretty early, they're still both on the board at the moment. More weapon skills for sure. Another 20 damage across the board. Don't mind if I do, brother.
If you are too weak for Ryokon, the Sphinxians may help you.
Yeah, I mean, you can transition into a complete small weapon plus holster build, but I think what we're doing here is better. I'm going to just take some health and some gumballs, I think. Vanessa often runs out of things to spend money on a little bit towards the end. Not that we're quite towards the end, I'd say, depending on how things play out, but definitely don't mind the relatively minor buffs coming from gumballs and chocolate at this stage. Would have preferred to see some red. Alright, Vanessa having a very bad time.
I may be young for a captain,
Femme
but
Fatal.
I've seen my share of storms.
Interesting name. Perhaps suitable for Vanessa. Sorry if you could hear me taking my last bit of iced coffee there. You look nasty. Why are you doing so poorly today, brother? Help! Someone do something? Cat, save me! Okay, goodness. That was close. Their board looked a little scuffed, but actually did really well. I think without temporary boost, we lose there. Well, almost certainly without temporary boost, we lose there. Do we try transform? I'm still kind of attached to them. I kind of don't want to transform them.
Size dilutes the brain.
Problem is we now can't upgrade the Calico. Short of finding an upgrade hammer.
If you want cheap junk.
But I mean, it's doing its job anyway. Has to be Gumballs, I'm afraid. Lang John, I feel like we're pretty much pot committed to at this point. Oh no, it wasn't the cursed Gumball. I don't think we can take you, brother. You're nasty. So I think we take the Trash Titan. Maybe we could if you don't destroy Lang John, but I feel like there's definitely a chance we lose that. I assume Pulse Rifle upgrades by just increasing its damage. I've never played with this item before, having never played Dually. It's doing good work for us though, especially with the poison. Lang John also is a very, very devastating weapon at this stage.
Full sail, my boy.
Sure, we'll take some XP. And let's have a look for some upgrades.
But I can help
Nothing
you
there.
fight.
Sure.
And when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside
Another
you.
obsidian item. Do we take you and try to transform you? What are we really looking for that would make it onto the board? Not 100% sure, but there has to be something, right? There has to be something.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Yeah, not entirely sure what I'm looking for with that, but it seems like the right thing to do. And like I said, we're trying to crawl over the finish line here, so we just take as many temporary boosts as we can get. Don't care if it's a cheesy way to win, you take anything you can get. So close I can taste it, the legend rank, at last. Oh no, Monkey Lifesteal Flagship is bad news for us for sure. Our poison helps us a bit with their shield here. Oh no, Monkey hits, we're gonna lose. Yeah, too strong. So even though they looked weak, that looks like a build that got online that hour and actually became super strong. Now things start getting a bit more difficult for us. We really need to find our way to 2 more wins.
You're huge. Do you have any huge items?
Rerolling because I have things to sell if needed.
Right that time.
Definitely upgrading figurehead. That's an easy decision.
Now this will
It's a pretty big
inspire the
improvement.
crew.
Would love to take gumballs but don't have the money. But we can sell. Yeah, look, I don't think we're transitioning into the small weapons. I think that build has kind of fallen off already, and we're better off sticking with our very heavy hitting Langjon that we can potentially enchant as well at this point. So with that in mind, I'm happy taking the gumballs. This pulse rifle is doing serious work. Property Baron is so scary. I think we go after Boss Harrow because we know we can win, whereas I'm not sure with the others, and because you have strength, which would be a huge improvement to our board. Pew pew pew!
Get that old cow. Work for me.
That was a very heavy hit from the Calico. 1300 Langjon's up to. Bayonet is interesting. Oh, it can't be instead of Calico. So, but we could do it like this. Giving the Toxic Pulse Rifle an extra 155 damage each hit. Has to be pretty good. But you give 12 damage across the board and you hit yourself. Which is better here? I honestly don't know. Given that, I'm going to play it like this because these two items look cooler. That's my sole thinking. These two items look cooler, so I'm going to play it this way. You could definitely make a case for Bayonet. Bayonet might just be better there. Frost Street Champion, not who I wanted to see. But maybe we do okay here. We're not a super spammy build, even though the Pulse Rifle goes pew pew pew. As long as we survive one hit from the hammer, which we do, we get the win. More scaling for Langjon. Phenomenal get. Really great get.
This is how you win a war.
I did not
Now if we could pick up a great skill as well, which we can.
I seek it.
In strength. Alright, now we're cooking a bit. That was a huge improvement to our run. Even though we don't get to a level today, we take this because it might help us with a breakpoint later on, although we get a bit unlucky with only 2. And up against a Mac who's on lethal. Never know with Mac though, they might have just got their build online late. But I'm daring to dream. The Pulse Rifle Vanessa. What is this skill? Whoa, wee wah. That's a strong skill. But freezing all their items has to be great. Oh, how did you get this, brother? Crit maybe? Crit one time? Don't need it. Alright, one more. One win away from Legend. With the Pulse Rifle Vanessa, I'd definitely take that. Langjon up to 1500. Wah wee wah. Yeah, we can afford an upgrade here, depending on what it is. Definitely take that upgrade. Don't think I want to reroll though. The axe is stuck with us the whole way, and so is the Calico. Got to take the temporary boost. Look at how angry we are. Look at how angry this Pulse Rifle is. My goodness. This is an angry Vanessa. It's not super spammy. They're not weapons. None of these are fast firing weapons. The quickest weapon we have is double barrel at 4 seconds. But the Pulse Rifle does such great work for us. And then we have Langjon coming in with the heavy hit at the end. Lacking crit chance a bit, but Calico's crit gets up there even just at bronze. And if we crash out, we still have an enchant coming. That's an interesting... You're an interesting chap. I think we kind of keep on getting pulled to the small weapons direction. Double barrel I still think is just better though. Especially with the extra ammo. Sure, upgrade our cat.
Ooh, the keener
Notice how I know it's a cat now. I've done my research. Property Baron, so scary. I think this item is bugged. I think Keychain is bugged to make it so it uses all properties, not one property. Which actually turns his build into like an insanely strong build. But we get there anyway.
See that plank? Walk it.
Look at this Lang John. Has to be Gumballs, I'm afraid. Anything to get us over the line. We just need one, we're just one favourable matchup away from Legend rank.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom!
What do we want to upgrade? Seeing as it kind of matters now, I'm going to look at how Pulse Rifle upgrades on how Bazaar. If it's a significant damage buff, it might be worth sticking the upgrade on Pulse Rifle. It only gains 10 damage. So that's not worth it. Given that, I don't think anything else is really worth an upgrade either. We don't care about Lang John scaling more. You've scaled enough, brother. I think we go skills in light of that.
I will train.
Definitely don't have exactly one weapon. 15% crit chance across the board can certainly be good. Do we swing for the fences and try for better? How greedy do we want to be? I think I'll take the 15% crit chance. I won't be greedy. Always a chance we get 3 skills that just don't work with weapons at all. So this is a very strong Vanessa. If it's not weapon spam though, we freeze all your items at the start. It is weapon spam. It's Angry Vanessa on Angry Vanessa. They have better skills than us, and they have better items than us. So that's bad for us. You really need one of those to be going in your favour. Yeah, just a much better Vanessa build. Okay. Come on. One win away. Burn effects onto double barrel seems good. It's our fastest firing weapon. Bit of extra damage over time. Lang John, we really need to be the finishing blow, so I don't think there's any point in putting it onto Lang John. I think we need a favourable matchup for sure. The days of transforming that lad are behind us. We need a favourable matchup where Blizzard can do something, ideally. And then, yeah, I mean, we're a bit slow, aren't we? Or we could pick up a charge skill, would help us a lot. Or even a haste skill. We have no haste at all. All very well having this super powerful Lang John, but it's barely getting to go off. Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't do anything for us. Maybe we could have made a case for getting rid of Lang John, to be honest. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, sure, extra damage is always good.
I will not feel shame if you die.
Maybe I should have got rid of Lang John. I really honestly didn't even consider that, but with how aggro you need to be at this stage of the game, maybe that was the play. Anyway, too late now. At least if we're going down eating an awful lot of gumballs.
I've got everything you need.
Nothing here that we're looking for, but all options there were terrible. Shame we didn't get temporary boost today. Level 17 Mac. It's go time, brother. V plus control.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share.
Oh, I'm so close. I would really like to get it this run. This seems very, 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 very bad. Even with our freeze doing work, the library just kills our build, man. It just kills our build. Hard to imagine us getting harder counted by much else than that. So we crash out at 9, which I'm pretty sure is not enough to get us over the line to Legend.
I am the last daughter of House.
Still a super fun run though. Pulse Rifle Vanessa. Let's see. Yeah, one away. Alright, next run it is, hopefully. Who knows? Could always just lose heaps of ranks and crush down. And anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate it. Hope you, I really appreciate it, I mean. Not I hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.